We now resume with our session.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Councilor Baldemoro, sir.
Mr. Chair, may I seek reconsideration to the order of business by including under special business or order as requested by the Honorable Jose Ranyola, the proposed ordinance establishing the City Epidemiology and Surveillance Unit in the City of Naga and directing all stakeholders to report all notifiable diseases and other important health data necessary in the prioritization and implementation of the health programs and projects. Another, Mr. Chair, under new business is the letter from the City Mayor. Under new business, item number 11, a letter from the City Mayor in compliance with the recommendation of the Commission on Higher Education in connection with the application of the City College of Naga for recognition as Higher Education Institute, requesting for a passage of an ordinance creating the following plantilla position: President, Librarian, and Nurse 1. I so move, Mr. Chair.
It has been moved and duly seconded that we include one item under the SBO and one item under the new business.
Thank you,
Next.
Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilor Baldemoro. Next item.
New business po.
New business. One under SBO and one under the proposed ordinance of City Council. Councilor Baldemoro.
I think, Mr. Chair, the proponent should answer why it is so urgent.
Thank you, Councilor Elmer. Yes, Councilor Jose Ranyola.
This is the requirement given to us by the Department of Health in view of the coronavirus now and so many infectious diseases obtaining in our country. And in the red card that they have issued, we are lacking of this epidemiology surveillance unit in the city of Naga. They've already sent 1 million pesos for this unit to start with. So I think we must have this approved because this is only a surveillance unit, and this is being asked by the epidemiology department of the Department of Health. And for your information, epidemiology means that it's a branch of medicine that deals with the incidence, the distribution, and control of diseases. That is what they are asking from us. Only a unit in the city of Naga directing all stakeholders to report all notifiable diseases and other important health data necessary in the prioritization and implementation of programs and projects. So,
Thank you, Councilor Sani. So that explains the urgency of this proposed legislation.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Councilor Del Castillo, sir.
In all my questions when this matter is to be debated in the floor.
Okay. Thank you, Councilor Del Castillo. So we include in the SBO the proposed ordinance of City Councilor Jose Ranyola and the other one under the new business. Next item. Okay.
The proposed ordinance of the Honorable Jose Ranyola establishing the City Epidemiology and Surveillance Unit in the City of Naga.
Councilor Sani Ranyola, sir.
Motion.
Epidemiology and Surveillance Unit in the city of Naga and directing all stakeholders to report all notifiable diseases and other important health data necessary in the prioritization and implementation of health programs and projects.
It has been moved and duly seconded that we pass. Yes. Please wait. That we pass the proposed ordinance of the City Councilor Ranyola establishing the CESU. Okay, discussions. Councilor Del Castillo, sir.
Some concerns on this creation
Please
of
proceed.
this. My first concern, Mr. Chair, is who will man this unit? My second query is how much will it cost the city government of Naga? Third, what will be the source of fund if ever there is an appropriation to be allotted for this? Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilor Del Castillo. Councilor Ranyola, sir.
Question, this is an executive order coming from the mayor. We have executive order and I transformed it to a proposed ordinance because it's what the Department of Health does. People who will man this is in section 7 composition, city epidemiology surveillance officer, which is the city health officer, city disease surveillance coordinator and officer. It is investigated there at the city health. Registered medical technologies, we have it, encoder, barangay disease surveillance coordinator in every barangay, disease surveillance coordinator in every hospital in the city of Naga, and other disease surveillance coordinator in every lying and private clinic. The appropriation comes from the city health office and or the budget of the city health board for effective implementation of this program, which is quite impossible to be part of the city of the local health board because Mr. Chairman, we have only a budget of 500,000 pesos per year.
Thank you, Dr. Sani. Yes, follow-up question. Councilor Del Castillo, sir.
So, since the budget of the city health office was already allocated to different items, and the budget of the city health, health board was already also allocated, what will be the specific source of funding for this activity?
Councilor Sani Ranyola, sir.
Yes, but the budget of the city health office was allocated on line item. Line item.
To start with, they have said already 1 million.
Yes, from what? From what specific source? What item in the budget of the city health office?
They're given already to the city health office.
No, I am referring to the line items of the budget of the city health office. What particular item will be the source of the fund?
Well, maybe we can just ask from the appropriation committee if you will be willing enough.
Or we ask the city budget officer.
The city
We
budget
request
officer.
Mr. Mendoza.
That's why I'm raising that issue, Mr. Chair, because I believe that there are matters that should be tackled in a particular committee, particularly appropriation.
Maybe we can just have it later on and we just pass this because the Department of Health really needs this.
Thank you. So, it has been moved and duly seconded. The pending is the appropriations. So before we finally dispose of this, we ask the budget officer to manifest to us the particular source of fund. Okay? The secretary is requested to request the presence of Mr. Mendoza. Okay. Next item.
In relation, Your Honors, to the recently approved resolution on the declaration of a state of calamity, we invited the city agriculturist and the city veterinary office who are now in the gallery.
Thank you. We now suspend the rules. We request in the podium the city agriculturist, Ma'am Bungalonta, to do the introduction, then Cesar Halcon.
So,
Sige.
good morning, everybody.
Good morning, ma'am.
May, may I have the honor to with your permission may I endorse Mr. Jaime Halcon of the City Veterinary Office to give the report regarding the ASF because their office is the one in charge of the ASF. So they have the complete data on this, sir. Mr. Bobay Halcon, may I endorse Mr. Bobay Halcon?
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
We request Mr. Boboy Halcon. Yan pala, sir, ang pag makang kopya,
Good morning po sa Gabos. Based po duman sa pig-submit kang Barangay Pacol, ang total population po kang barangay is 1,117 and directly affected po, base po duman sa 1 kilometer radius is 397. Hindi man po sa Kararayan,
397
397 pigs and heads.
heads,
Apo.
pigs.
Hence,
Hugs.
Hugs. Hugs. Kadakol po kayong terminology na ginagamit dyan. Pwedeng pig, pwedeng hog, pwedeng swine. Iba-iba ang gamit.
Arin ang pinaka-appropriate.
Kami po ginagamit is hog. Sa layman term is pig.
Sa layman is pig. Sa
Sa mga
is
hog and swine.
So 397 for
Pacol po.
Okay.
Sa Kararayan po, total population is 1,245. Directly affected is 504. Total of 901 pigs.
So as of this reporting, we were able to identify and pinpoint 901
Yes, Your Honor.
from Kararayan and Pacol.
And Pacol.
Questions from the members? Councilor Arroyo, ma'am.
Yan pong number na iyan, is that the affected lang or iyon na yan si Gabos na total population kang hogs in those barangays?
Ini pong 397 is itong directly affected. Duman po sa 1 kilometer radius. Ang total population niya po is 1,117.
Okay, so duman po sa within the 1 kilometer radius. So iyon man po yan si Gabos na mga hogs na anong apunta po kaya?
Indemnification. Depopulate po, tapos bubay.
Depopulate. So, yan ang Gabos po.
Iyo po.
So, from that amount, Mr. Chair, pwede tanang makwenta at as of this moment kung pira ang fund na kaipuan ta in relation to the earlier
Resolution.
resolution, no, authorizing certain amounts to be paid to the owners. So, mag-submit na lang siguro, Mr. Chair, ng nakasurat so that we can also have a copy. And baka para ano na rin po, para ready rin po kita, itong surrounding barangays, Mr. Chair, baka mag-extend po kita duman sa next 1 kilometer radius. Hilingon ta na rin, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilor Miles. Councilor Tripulca and Councilor Perez in that order.
Thank you, sir, for the data.
Pwedeng paki-adjust ang microphone.
What exactly are we going to do with the population, Mr. Chair?
The total number of heads to be killed or is 901 in 2 barangay.
Sige. Thank you, Ma'am Kylie. Councilor Perez.
Itong yan directly affected, that means within the 1 kilometer radius. So those outside, igwa pang dakol pa na
Iyo po,
na
base po
affected.
nga ni sa populasyon, igwa siyang 1,117. Alagad po, ini Pacol po sana. Ito pang adjacent na barangay,
Kararayan.
pwede pa siya ma-involve.
So
Ka-
ang pinupointa dyan, itong within the 1 kilometer
1
radius will be those to be subjected to depopulation.
Yes po.
Okay?
Yes po.
Pero it doesn't mean na cleared na itong outside
No.
of the 1 kilometer
May
radius.
pa po.
So, posible pa na makontaminate ito in the
Posible
next few
magdagdag.
days.
Yun po, pwede po magdagdag itong sa Tuyang Ground Zero kasi igwa kitang pigmomonitor na barangay. Igwa kitang pigaw na barangay na pigmomonitor kasi igwa kitang pigkuanan sample.
Okay.
Kaya kung magkaigwa po ng positive result, dagdag po ito sa Ground Zero madagdag na naman po si 1 kilometer radius na hahantok. Another 1 kilometer radius.
Iyo. In fact, yung ano yan ang purpose kung tano citywide si declaration, despite the fact na ang request originally, ang original request is for the 2 barangays. No? Ngunyan, do you have any preventive action or effort para ma-contain lang itong mga affected within those 1 kilometer radius?
Bali po ang protocol kang Bureau of Animal Industry, ito pong inapod na 1-7-10. Pag nasa loob ka po kang 1 kilometer radius, stamping up, gagabos na yaon dyan, gagadanon. Ito pong from 2 to 7, quarantine, gabos na hayop na yaon dyan, ang movement niya i-control, movement kan tao i-control, makandak ng surveillance, makandak ng blood collection for laboratory examination.
Does that also mean suspended so any action of slaughtering these hogs, not only within the 1 kilometer radius but even outside?
Ito pong outside 1 kilometer, kung igwa man ng munisipyo po na igwa ng slaughterhouse, pwede po sila mag-operate. Pero po ang slaughterhouse Kanaga, pig-lockdown na po kang SODMA.
Okay, pig-lockdown na. So that means na sa ina makuha ang karne ang mga taga-Naga.
Base po sa urulay po kang NMIS, ni Mayor, tsaka kato pong private na piggery in Milaor. And it so happen na igwa siya ng private slaughterhouse. Nagtugot po ang NMIS na ito nang unang gamiton kisa po ang mga taga-Naga magbuno sa likod kang harong na day nag-agi sa meat inspection.
Paki-identify itong private slaughterhouse.
Si NHF.
So, in effect, yun lang ito paghahalian ng karne na ititinda
Iyo po,
sa
Your Honor.
public market, sa People's Mall, and other smaller satellite markets.
Iyo po, Your Honor. And
So, that means dapat ang monitoring nindo is also as
yes po. Actually po, igwa kaming 2 meat inspectors na nag-iikot sa mga
kabali
market.
ng NMIS.
Galing po sa to, local meat inspector na nag-iikot po duman sa mga stalls, satellite markets para ma-ensure na itong mga tinitindang karne hali po duman sa slaughterhouse ni NF.
For how many days do you think the lockdown would be in effect?
Actually, ang recommendation po kang NMI is continuous disinfection for 2 weeks. And sabi ni Mayor, kung kaya tang gibuhon ng 1 week, mag-test kung pwede na, ma-open po kita.
Ning 1 week. Hilingon nindo after
Hilingon
1
po ang
week.
sitwasyon.
Okay.
And as of now po, dahil man totally lockdown ang slaughterhouse, nag-accept po sinda ng large and small ruminants for slaughtering. Meaning to say, ito pong damulag, baka, kambing, sheep, pwede pong i-slaughtered sa NCA.
Ang pork lang talaga, Anday.
Ang pork lang po
hogs
talaga,
lang, no?
Anday.
So, are you advising also that ang mga consumers during this period, dahil naman na magkakaning o magbakal ng karne?
Ay, dahil man po, sabi nga ni po,
Karning urig, I mean.
karning urig po, sabi nga ni po, dahil man nakakaulakit ang virus sa tao.
Dahil
Ang
man-
direkta po kayo na naulakitan o natatransmit, ito pong kapwa niya urig.
That's true. Nagsabi naman agad kayo ng NMIS na dahil man directly
Epekto.
negatibo ang epekto for human consumption. Ang nawawala lang talaga si supply kang pork
And
because of that
Opo.
epidemic.
Ayun po. Ang naapektuhan pa po kani si industriya kang hogs.
But still, siyempre may iyakan mangyari ang fear ng mga consumers.
Iyo po. Anyway po, pagpapaliwanag, every time po may mga interview sa radyo, pinapaliwanag man po kang mga ahensyang ini kung ano ang pwedeng mangyari sa urig, as in itong na din nakakaraot sa tao.
So, are we saying also that daiman bawal ang mag-consume ng pork
Dahil po.
at this period?
Dahil man po, actually nga ni, nagpa-press con ka to si kang pagdigdi ni ni Secretary Dar, nagpalitso, nagpakakan pa ng karne, ay ning urig. Kung sabihon, safe ang tao magkakaning lutong karning urig.
Okay.
Sorry for the long questions, no? Yung mag-iini ang mga hapot na gustong maaraman kang mga consumers na.
Okay po.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Councilor Perez, Councilor Tripulca, Councilor Abunal. Councilor Tripulca. Next is Councilor Abunal.
Thank you again, Mr. Chair. Ito pong status kang lockdown, sir. Anong buot sabihin ka ito? Yaon pa man po giraray kita duman sa temporary prohibition kang paglaog kang pork products, ano po, and live hogs sa city ta. Kundi itong sa pag-slaughter, sir, bago na mention mo, igwasan na ning
Particular species.
species.
Like
Species.
species po.
Okay po.
Bovine tsaka bovine and bobaline.
Sa kasi area nga ni po, sir, sa inlang po ito. Pwede itong authorized ta. Igwa pa kita ning sabi mo po kaya dayman siya totally prohibited duman.
Ito mang giraray pong slaughterhouse kang naga. Kaso, ang pagkaintindi ko, piglagan nila ng division. Kasi po ang slaughtering sa slaughterhouse, duwang lane po yan. Saro sa hog and saro sa large ruminant. And binuksan lang po nila itong lane kang hog, kang large and small ruminants.
Sorry, sir, larger.
Large and small ruminants.
Okay po. Thank you po.
Thank you, Councilor Tripulca. Councilor Abunal, sir.
Ito lang po, yung figure na number of hogs within the 1 kilometer radius, anong time, anong aldaw po tabi na pa yan numerong yan?
Kasuudma po. Kasi po, prior kaning pig-submit sa muyang population, nagpa-meeting po kami sa barangay, sa Kararayan as in sa Pakol. And the barangay official po nag-submit kayo sa Samuya.
Between yesterday sa mo niyan, ikaw daw pong posibilidad na nag-increase ang number na yan.
Mayo na po, Your Honor, kaya kasi kung isipon, naka-lockdown naman po ang barangay na ni. Bawal na po digdi sa 1 kilometer radius maglaog, magluwas ng hayop.
Ito po nga ni bagang bunbun, mga 5 days ago ito, nakaabot pa bagang darga. 5 days ago, nag-lockdown na si Bunbun, alagad nakaabot darga, kasudma.
Ang naga po kaya, may mga choke point po kita na may mga nagmaman na pulis and sinda po ang nag-inspect atong mga naglalaog pong karne as in live animals na hali po.
Yung mga choke point na po, kaya kabusa naman sa tinampo. Yung 1 kilometer radius na yan, radius yan, 1 kilometer palibot. Possibly yung piga-aragi sa kung saan sa eskinita. Kaya there is a possibility na maluwas pa yan sa 1 kilometer, mapaparadakula yan. Araw kaya na nag-i-spread baga. Sa kung pig-lockdown na kuta na yan, hanggang na sana yan dyan. And therefore, talagang hanggang na lang kita doon sa duwang barangay na yan. Kaya nga nagpasiguro kita, intiro ng Siyudad Lugod Sipig, declare ng calamity. Ang pagsasabi ko lang po na ang oras sa panahon ng pagbilang, posibleng nag-i-increase pa man yan. Araw kaya nagparaharal at pangani kamo, kasabago pa kamo digdiyo. Itong paghalat nindong ito, posibleng may nangyayari na naman. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Thank you, Sir Greg, Councilor Perez, Councilor Tripulca. Actually, there's a request from Councilor Miles that for the City Bet and City Ag na go beyond the 1 kilometer na yung sa ground zero. Ang request ni Councilor Miles is you add another kilometer para ma-anticipate si probably you can work
Noted.
it on sa kaya. Okay. Any other questions? Councilor Mila Rakid Arroyo.
Mr. Chair, kasuod po, one of our staff here informed me na igwang nag-apod sa iya na itong sarong actually bistado ko po si may sa diri kadtong Origan ta siguro istorya ko po tamagay ng istorya kani pigkaputan ko po si kaso ninda kadto pero dahil pobre po sinda mayo sinang pambayad aram po ba nindo na kasi igwa sindang ang hanap buhay po nila nagpapadahulang urig nagpapaaki every year po tinatawanan ninda ako ning sarong urig.
Can we
Haluin na po yan. Siguro mga 8 taon na po. At taon-taon tinataan po akong sarong urig ninda.
do you have one now? Do you have one?
Sabi po, awarded nga ni Mr. Chair kasi badus po daa.
So we quarantine it?
So kung mawawala naman. Pero ang concern po, alam po sinda may nagbuburuno po da duman sa mga kataraid ninda, Mr. Chair. Ang question ko po, paano to po ini mapupugulan na po yung mangyari?
Okay. Ang advice niyo po sa barangay, kung igwasin na pong mahiling na nagbubuno, nagbibenta, mag-apod po tanganing madumanan. Ang opisina namin po talaga kulang po sa tao.
The personnel.
Ngunyan po nga dahil nga po duman sa depopulation, nag-request kami sa slaughterhouse, itong mga butcher nila na Dayman Majuti at Chanabanggi, pig-request mi na magtabang sa mo sa depopulation po. Ayun po.
Ma-intensify.
Noted po.
Okay. Thank you. Any other questions, suggestions? So, hearing none. Thank you, Ma'am Bogalonta and Mr. Halcon. May we request the City Agriculture to provide the Secretariat of the list. Arming madagdag pa yan, pero at least may guidance na kami kan si listahan. Okay? Councilor Del Castillo, sir.
Here, the office on top of the situation is the veterinary
Yes,
office,
yeah.
not the city agriculturist office.
Kaya,
So, they have to submit to us a report.
Yeah.
Primero, on my part, gusto ko man maaraman gura ano ang posibleng magluwas sa kakansyudad with regard to the ordinance that we passed. Pira say Pakol, how many categorized into itong mga Darakula na, si Badus, si Ugbon, duman sa Barangay Pakol and Carayan and hopefully na mag-spread sa ibang lugar. Thank you.
that's also our na din na mag-spread. Tigatarabangan po ini kang National Meat Inspection Services, NMIS, City Vet, City Agriculture,
Bureau of Animal Industry.
Bureau of Animal Industry, PNP, PSO, and mga barangays. We thank them for their efforts. Okay? So, we will just request the list and from there on, magibo kita ng magkakanig ng action. Next item.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Thank you.
With regards to the temporarily deferred proposed ordinance of the Honorable Cesar Ranyola, we already have the city budget officer, Your Honors.
So, we again suspend the rules. We request Mr. Frank Mendoza. I think Councilor Del Castillo asked about the source of fund. Sir Buddy?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. My query, Mr. Chair, is first, how much will the city, how much will is the cost for this establishment of this unit, and what will be the source of fund? If it will be taken out of the budget of the City Health Office, what specific item in the line item of the City Health Office?
Thank you, Sir Buddy. Before Sir Frank answers it, Councilor Ranyola, sir.
I'll answer first the first question, Mr. Chairman. We don't need any personnel. They're all in the City Health Office.
Okay. So, no additional
No
personnel.
additional personnel.
Thank you. Thank you. As to the third question of Councilor Del Castillo, Mr. Mendoza.
Source of fund from the City Health Office. I take it that the function of that epidemiology unit would be part of the regular functions of the City Health Office, but with some addition, maybe some specialization. In other words, the expenses is already covered by the regular budget. But in the event there is a need, we can find a source for whatever amount that is requested.
Sige. Thank you, Sir Frank. Dr. Rosani.
Mr. Budget Officer, could we ask for at least 500,000 pesos as of seed money?
Yes, Mr. Mendoza.
We can source that from the 2019 surplus. I had just gotten a copy of the surplus duly received by the Sangguniang from Mrs. Ching Tabinas, the Secretariat. Based on the report of the city accountant, we have a surplus of 82,412,208.92 centavos. That's net of the that's already net of the beginning balance. So 82 is clean.
Okay? So, Sir Greg, related pa yan sa proposed ordinance? Councilor Abonal, sir?
Yeah, Mr. Chair, ka-announce lang po na may possible, in fact, hali nagkaroon sa accounting na 82 million. How much time do people have to request charges to that before plansaho na naman yan 82 million?
Siguro, before we discuss the concerns of Sir Greg, can we dispose first of the proposed ordinance of Councilor Ranyola? With due respect, Sir Greg. So, having answered the three questions propounded by Councilor Del Castillo, one, as to the proposed money, the funding of how much, and number three, the source of fund. There is a motion, duly seconded. We now approve the ordinance establishing the City Epidemiology and Surveillance Unit in the City of Naga and directing all stakeholders to report all notifiable diseases and other important health data necessary in the prioritization and implementation of health programs and projects. We go back to the just announced surplus. Sir Greg, please proceed.
Yeah, ang experience ko po kaya halos kasabay kang pag-a-announce kang surplus, ikaw na tulos yan in appropriation na nakaatado na gabos si surplus. I would like to find out kung how much time will be available for us to try to charge requests to the surplus. Bago na naman yan iatado.
Thank you, Sir Greg. Sir Frank.
Mr. Chair, the funding requirements of all offices could be submitted to the Office of the City Mayor for consolidation and submission to the Sangguniang. So kung may mga sabi ni Sir Greg, pwede po i-submit sa CMO.
Yes, sir.
Probably by, kung pwede po, within the next week or 2 weeks, tamay mga pending po kayo sa mo yung bayaran. Kaya, o pwede pong gibon, may isakat mi na si iba, day man maubos garo, and then submit the entire amount later on.
Okay.
But of course, everything would be subject to the endorsement of the City Mayor, being the originating office of all appropriations.
Thank you, Sir Frank. So, very clear po na we have a declared surplus of 82,412,000 pesos. Okay. Thank you. Sir Greg.
Course request na kung pwede ma-breakdown ang surplus na yan, pira dyan ang savings from last year's budget, pira man yan. So, anong tawag niya? Income na unexpected income.
Thank you. Sir Frank, please take note of the suggestion of Councilor Greg na ma-breakdown si...
Source.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Any other concerns? Sa surplus and... yes, Sir Frank.
Kung with the indulgence of the body, ito pong na-approve na ordinance on the epidemiology, magkakaproblema kaya kami sa budget office kung lump sum lang na 500 sa appropriation. Kaya po maaraman mi, to what specific accounts would it be placed? So, baka pwedeng MOE, garoday pa man define kung saan po ang gamit. So, the appropriation would be 500,000 for other maintenance and operating expenses of the City Health Office.
As suggested, we take note of the matter. Sige. May ano po kay Sir Frank? So, Sir Greg Abunal.
I would like to take advantage of the presence of the administrator here. Pwede po bang mag-request na kung may mga matters na i-request na ang executive, pwede po ba na mabigyan ng time ang sanggunian ba kung itong urgent na ora-orada isasubmit, may agenda na isasubmit for additional matters, SBO, urgent approval, milyones pati ang involved. Kung pwede man ngayon na matatawan man yung time na mapag-adalan kang members, ba kung on the spot mahihilig muna sa nandyan, tapig pa plus ta mga urgent matters, milyones ang involved. Kung mapupwede lang pong gibuon tabi yan. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilor Abunal. Siguro po, we discussed this during our oversight meeting. I-set up on it. We asked Sir Frank and the other guys from the Mayor's Office to explain. Okay? So, do we calendar now the next oversight meeting? Maiipit dyan si Committee on Transport. Second Wednesday of the month. Okay. So, agree kita na we hold the oversight. Sige. Councilor Baldemoro. Sir Frank, thank you. Mana po kitang concern kay Sir Frank. Ma-invite na lang po kami Sir Frank sa oversight meeting. Okay.
Mr. Chair.
As to the schedule, Councilor Baldemoro.
The schedule based on our rules is the second Wednesday of the first month of the quarter. So
Second Wednesday
of the first month
of the first month
of the quarter.
of the quarter.
So we held the oversight every quarter. So the first we do not have a oversight meeting on the first quarter. So if the body agree on the suggestion of the Honorable Del Castillo, we might as well as schedule on the next Wednesday, March 11.
So, as proposed and duly seconded, any objection? So, we schedule the oversight meeting on the second Wednesday of the month of March. Next item.
Item number 5, the unfinished business. The letter dated February 27, 2020 from the City Agriculturist submitting the business plan for rice processing center.
We refer this to the Committee on Agriculture. Next item.
The letter from the City Agriculturist submitting.
Okay. So we refer this also to the Committee on Agriculture.
The letter dated February 27, 2020 of the Acting City Engineer recommending that the program of work for the construction of drainage canal in front of Monasterio compound in Cararayan be prepared by the owner to allow costing preparations most suited to their budget allocation.
So we furnish the landowner
Landowner.
and we refer this to the committee? No need na. Okay, so we furnish, the secretary is requested to furnish the landowner of the comments of the city engineer. Next item.
The letter dated March 2, 2020 of the Honorable City Mayor requesting for an ordinance appropriating the amount of 3,516,225 under the current account land at the City Engineer's Office, chargeable against the 2019 surplus to cover the just compensations and documentary stamp for Mr. Napoleon Sarto and the heirs of Juan Sarto.
Yes, Councilor Del Castillo, sir.
In deference to the observation of the Honorable Abunal a while ago, Mr. Chair, since this matter is pending for us quite some time, and it's only now that the request for fund was given to us, and considering further that we have already the 2019 surplus, I move that we pass an ordinance appropriating the amount of 3,516,225 pesos to cover the just compensation and capital gains tax on the acquisition of the property of Mr. Napoleon Sarto in the heirs of Juan Sarto. So moved, Mr. Chairman.
As moved and duly seconded, we approve the proposed,
Yes.
the ordinance as proposed. Next, thank you, Councilor Del Castillo. Next item.
The letter dated February 21, 2020 from the General Manager of the MNWD informing that the request of the city government for exemption from shouldering the cost of interconnection, disinfection and flushing, water sampling and bacteriological testing was favorably considered by the MNWD under its board resolution number 15.
There is a, we take note of the last paragraph of the letter, the revised MOA. So, what do we refer this to the committee or Councilor Valdemoro, sir?
Mr. Chair, on that letter, it says that we are exempted in paying for the fee. So there is an amendment for the MOA. So the beneficiary of this is the Pataas Tabitin. Itong note lang, the Uswag Balatas. So may I move, Mr. Chair, for passage of a resolution authorizing the city mayor to enter into a MOA with MNWD.
So it has been moved by Councilor Valdemoro, duly seconded by the other members that we grant authority to the city mayor to enter into a memorandum of agreement with the Metro Naga Water District, subject to ratification of the Sangguniang Palusod. Next item.
The letter dated March 2, 2020 from the Honorable City Mayor requesting for authority to rescind or cause the recession of the deed of use of RAC on the ground of the Philippine Nurses Association's violation of the terms of the deed of use of RAC.
Thank you. Councilor Sani
I think
Ranyola.
it must be referred first to the Committee on Health.
So we refer the matter to the Committee on Health. Next item.
The letter dated February 19, 2020 from Father Wilmer Estria, Chief Executive Officer of the Consuelo Chito Madrigal Foundation, submitting the draft deed of donation for review.
So Father Wilmer Tria has submitted a draft deed of donation for review of the Sangguniang Palusod. We refer Councilor Valdemoro.
Mr. Chair, I think the said matter is pending under the Committee on Laws and Ordinances.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Land use regarding the donation of the road lot at Madrigal Foundation, the housing project. So could we refer this to the Committee on Land Use?
Referred to the Committee on Land Use. Next item.
New business.
Mr. Chair, before the new business, could we
Yes,
go
Councilor
back to
Baldemoro.
the SBO number 3? We temporarily deferred this matter a while ago. SBO 3, the property and barangay Balatas.
Okay. We go back to item number 3 of the SBO. Discussions. Councilor Mila Rakida Arroyo, ma'am.
Chair, thank you, Mr. Chair. As discussed with the City Mayor, I will be drafting the form of the authority that will be granted, Mr. Chair. So may I be given until the next session?
Okay.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
Chair.
So the draft of the resolution will be presented next section. Thank you, Councilor Arroyo. Next item.
New business, the endorsement from the City Budget Officer endorsing the 2020 annual budget of Barangay Kararayan.
Referred to appropriation.
The letter dated February 21 from Mr. Ramil D. Hob, or Punong Barangay Ramil Hob of Mambulo, seeking consideration for the transfer of Trimobile franchise.
Referred to Committee on Transport. Thank you, Sir Frank.
The letter from Dr. Marily Gonzalez, President, Philippine Dental Association, Incorporated, requesting to renew the deed of usufruct between the city and the Philippine Dental Association for another 25 years.
Committee on Health and City Properties. The lead committee will be City Properties.
The letter dated February 10 from Mr. Anthony Nang, President and CEO, North Star Meat Merchants, expressing the intent to collaborate with the city in refurbishing and operating the cold storage facility that serves as hub for the city's food distribution.
City Properties.
City Properties. The letter dated February 28, 2020 from Mr. Ruel Oliver, Executive Director, Naga City Investment Board, on the resolution approving the operating guidelines of the Naga City Digital Innovation Hub and endorsing the same to the Sangguniang for adoption and approval of the proposed fees and charges.
Committee on Ways and Means.
The letter dated February 14, 2020 from Ms. Lisa Mapa del Puerto, as recipient of the Janville.
Committee on Housing.
The letter dated February 20, 2020 from Mr. Renato Gomez, Association President, Felix Plazo Urban Poor Settlers Community Association.
Housing.
Request for on-site development.
Next
Copy
item.
of Resolution Number 2020-005 of Barangay Igualdad, appealing the total land area territorial jurisdiction of Barangay Igualdad and requesting from the city government offices concerned to perform absolute surveys for clarifications and settlement of boundaries.
Barangay. We refer this to the Committee on Barangay Affairs. Solo lang pong committee, Barangay Affairs lang. Boundary dispute. Okay, so Barangay Affairs, next item.
The letter dated February 21, 2020 from Engineer Christian Wesley Villanueva of Robinson's Land, requesting to allow tricycle, e-trike, and taxicle to cross Carnation Street
Committee
going
on Transport,
to Robinson Nag.
next item.
The letter dated February 28, 2020 from Punong Barangay Rodrigo Agravante of Kararayan.
Housing.
Committee, we refer this matter to the Committee on Housing.
Committee on Housing. The letter dated March 3, 2020 from the Honorable City Mayor, requesting passage of an ordinance creating the certain plantilla positions in compliance with the recommendation of the Commission on Higher Education for the application of the City College of Naga.
LO and APRO.
We refer this matter to the committees on
LO and APRO. Other matter.
laws and ordinances, appropriations. How about education? Sige na, okay. So, LO and APRO. Ari po ang lead? LO, okay.
Other matters, the endorsement dated March 2, 2020 from the acting city administrator endorsing the draft executive order 2020 establishing the city epidemiology and surveillance unit.
That's now considered as moot and academic. We just passed the ordinance relative to that. Next item.
Copy of Memo Circular 2020-043 of the DILG enjoining support for the adoption and implementation of LGU Resilience Readiness Monitoring Framework.
Peace and Order and Disaster Management. Committee on Peace and Order.
Nominal voting.
For the nominal voting, Councilor Elmer Valdemoro, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, may I move that all the approved resolution and ordinance be transferred to nominal voting and approve the same. Motion to adjourn, Mr. Chair.
We now adjourn the 33rd regular session of the Sangguniang Palansod.